And your name, sir?
George Carrasco.
Mr. Carrasco. What I have here is what's called a civil arrest warrant. Looks like it's a judgment from August of 2020. Your next court date will be tomorrow morning at 9:30. Bond is $1,000 cash.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Carrasco.
Gonzalez Manuel.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Ryan Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez, I have a citation here charging you with theft. Alleged to have occurred, looks like a couple of days ago. So related to the matters that you're in custody on. I'll appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you on this matter. Hold you on a $250 bond. No contact with the alleged victims in this matter. Court date will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. What's the moved function to agave?
Gonzalez Borges. Pablo Empleado.
All right, this is the one that needs the interpreter, Ms. Fernandez.
Thank you, Your Honor. The interpreter is ready.
All right. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are?
Muy buenas tardes. Yo soy la juez Sher. Y usted, señor, me dice su nombre, por favor.
Buenas tardes, señoría. Luis Carlos González Borges.
Good evening, Your Honor. My name is Luis Carlos González Borges.
Looks like they found a warrant here for you. Charging you with
Parece que hay una orden de arresto porque se le acusa de robo a tienda.
alleged to have occurred like sometime in 2003 or 2023 in Nogales.
Ok, se presume que este delito sucedió en el 2023 en Nogales.
The bond amount on this is $100.
La fianza por este asunto son de $100.
Your bond is, as I said, $100 out of Nogales City Court. They will have 24 hours after you're released on your Pima County charges to make arrangements to pick you up on this warrant.
Bueno, señor, su fianza, como le dije, son $100 y es de Nogales City Court. Y usted tiene 24 horas después de que salga de estas acusaciones del condado de Pima para que haga arreglos para que lo vengan a recoger.
And a total of 72 hours to pick you up after your local release.
Y serían 72 horas para que lo recojan después de que lo liberen de estos asuntos locales.
If they have not done that, you will be released on this matter.
Si no lo recogen, si no lo hacen en ese tiempo, entonces usted saldrá libre por este asunto.
And you'll need to contact Nogales City Court to get a court date if it is after October 22nd.
Y va a tener que comunicarse entonces con Nogales City Court para preguntarles la fecha en que se tiene que presentar allá, y esto sería después de octubre 22.
If you are released before then, you need to be in the Nogales City Court on October the 22nd at 8:30 in the morning.
Ahora, si usted sale libre antes de esa fecha, usted tiene que presentarse en Nogales City Court a las 8:30 el día 22 de octubre.
And you're not to return to the store involved in this matter.
Y usted se le ordena que no debe de regresar a la tienda en el que participó en este asunto.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez Borges.
Gracias, señor González Borges.
And I don't believe that we have any more Spanish speakers, so you may be excused on this.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good night.
And you, sir, are
Armando José Montaño.
Mr. Montano. Citations here charging you with domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence endangerment, and domestic violence disorderly conduct. Looks like it's alleged to have occurred on or about the 27th of September. I'll appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you. Set a court date for tomorrow, at 1 o'clock. Set a bond at $250. You're not to have any contact with the alleged victims, not to possess any firearms or weapons. You're not to go to the victim's residence, work, school, or daycare. The only exceptions are legal proceedings or through superior court order. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. You've also got an adult probation hold, so no matter what I do, you're not going anywhere at the moment. Thank you.
Go ahead and say it. Denise? No.
Good evening. I'm just saying, you are
Denise Talbert.
Ms. Talbert. A citation here from September 27th, charging you with shoplifting and criminal trespass, 8640 East Broadway. Because you are being held on the felony matter, I'm going to appoint the city public defender's office to represent you on these charges. You will be released on these charges. Conditions in addition to violating no laws and staying in the state of Arizona will include not returning to the vicinity of 8640 East Broadway. Your next court date is going to be December the 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning in the Tucson City Court. If you are out of custody, you need to appear. If you are still in custody, then your attorney will address the matter with the court.
Okay, but do you know when I'm gonna be out of custody? Because they had told me to call my public defender, and I had called my public defender, and they had told me to get a hold of release to pretrial services. So I called pretrial services, and they said I was held on a $25,000 bond, but currently I don't have $2,500,000.
No, it's $2,500, right? You're being
Yeah,
held on a
so
you're being held on a $2,500 bond. I can't do it. I can't change that.
okay, so how am I supposed to get bailed out if I don't have the money, or I can't contact anybody that is currently has that much money?
Talk to your attorney.
And
They can
I
do,
called my attorney.
but if not, you'll find out at your court date on the 16th.
Okay, because they keep pushing my court date back and back and back.
No,
But and they
it
keep,
hasn't been changed.
so you said December 16th,
No, the court date on your felony matter is October the 16th.
October the 16th. Okay.
Right.
So they said contact my public defender, and I got a contact with my public defender, and they had told me to call pretrial services. And now I'm just on stuck on his name's Sheep.
You haven't been released to pretrial. You've been held on a bond, so pretrial is not appropriate at this time.
Okay, so I'm gonna be stuck in here.
Unless someone can bail you out, yeah. Good evening, I'm Judge Tate, and you, sir, are?
Rob Tiber Barley.
Mr. Bartley, I have an,
That's not.
I have a warrant charging you with possession of paraphernalia. Another one for domestic violence, disorderly conduct. Another one for domestic violence, criminal trespass. Another one for domestic violence, criminal trespass. And a third one for domestic violence, criminal trespass. We'll appoint Robin Ald to represent you on these charges. Your next court date will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Your bond is $250 on these charges. You have no contact with victims on these matters. No acts of domestic violence, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And I'd suggest do not discuss the matters with anyone except your attorney.
It's tomorrow's the court date.
Correct. But you've got a felony matter pending.
What's the felony?
I don't have any further information on that, I'm afraid. All right, thank you. Evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Lieutenant Jen Pablo.
Mr. Pablo. We'll start with a warrant out of South Tucson for shoplifting on November 15th of last year, failing to appear in court. I'll reduce that bond to $250. Appoint Michael Vaughn to represent you. Set a court date for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You're not to return to the incident location. Then I have a warrant out of Santan Justice Court. Drinking in public, March 11th of 2023, along with at least a couple of failures to appear. I'll reduce the bond on that matter to $100. Take that back, that's Pioneer Justice Court. I'll reduce the bond on that to $100. They'll have 24 hours after you're released on your various local charges to make arrangements to pick you up, a total of 72 hours to actually pick you up. If they don't do that, or if you are released on the other matters, you need to be in the Pioneer Justice Court in Santan Valley on October 27th at 9 a.m. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Then I have charges out of Pima County Justice Court for shoplifting on August the 31st, along with criminal trespass and then failing to appear on September the 30th. Appoint Douglas Taylor to represent you. Court date tomorrow at 1 o'clock. No alcohol, illegal drugs. You don't go back to the incident location. And then we have a new citation. For shoplifting. Same court date. You're not to go back to the incident location or any Circle K stores, no alcohol or illegal drugs. And again, your court date will be tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Pablo.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
I'm Dawn Breen.
Ms. Breen. I have probation. alleging
Correct.
on or about April 30th and June 24th of last year, you changed your residence and didn't let adult probation know where you were. On or about June 29th, you didn't participate in treatment. And on or about July 25th of last year, you failed to appear at a hearing. So we'll reappoint City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Next court date will be October 22nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond is $2,500 cash. No alcohol, illegal drugs, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Carlos Alberto Levinson. You need to comply with your treatment. Thank you, and I suggest you not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Ms. Breen.
Thank you.
Richard?
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
My name's Richard Clance, Your Honor.
Mr. Klotz. Citation charging you with domestic violence assault alleged to have occurred earlier today.
No, ma'am.
No, looks like it might be June 16th, perhaps. Let me look. Yeah, looks like on or about June the 16th.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Your next court date on this matter is going to be the 18th of November. Where's another time of it? At 1:30 in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. Do you understand that you need to be present at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Conditions of release, no acts of domestic violence, no contact with Natasha Evans. You don't go to her residence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am. Bless you.
Thank you. I think construction people with some dust that's getting to me. All right. Thank you, Mr. Klotz.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gamble.
My nose. Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
Shangri-La Gamble today.
Ms. Gamble. Let's see what we have here. I have a petition to revoke your probation.
And I honestly, when they took me off as a peer,
Let me finish. Alleging that you picked up new charges, that you didn't comply with your medication and treatment program, and that you didn't attend a review hearing at the court. So we'll reappoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Your next court date will be October the 16th at 1:45. Bond is $500. Again, no alcohol, illegal drugs, no contact with Lisa Campbell. Do you understand that?
yes.
Right. Thank you.
Aiden? Okay, sir.
Good evening, I'm Judge Tate, and you, sir, are
Aiden Joseph Moran.
Mr. Murray.
Yes, ma'am.
Citations here charging you with domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, 3 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. Alleged to have occurred very early this morning. Your next court date on these matters is going to be November the 18th at 1:30 in the afternoon
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
in the Tucson City Court.
Yes, ma'am.
Conditions of release include absolutely no alcohol,
Yes, ma'am.
illegal drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
No acts of domestic violence, no contact with your mother,
Yes, ma'am.
back to her residence. If she wants to have contact with you, she'll need to file a motion with the court and have the court rule on that before you can go back. But you can go
Yes,
back
ma'am.
once with law enforcement to get your personal belongings.
Yes, ma'am.
You also need to work on getting a behavioral health and a substance abuse assessment and beginning any recommended treatments. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't leave the state of Arizona. Do you understand that as well? Right. Thank you, Mr. Moran.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead and stand up, please. Go out that door and see the males. That door. What's the last one?
Whatever the difference.
On Susan.
Yes. Be sitting right there. Simmons?
Good evening, I'm Judge Jade, and you, sir, are
Antoine Simmons.
Mr. Simmons.
Yes, ma'am.
My citations here charging you with domestic violence failing to comply with a court order alleged to have occurred earlier today. Additional charges for failing to comply with the court order on July the 4th.
Yes, ma'am. I had no idea I had a restraining.
According to this, you were served with that order on June the 5th. Excuse me, on June the 30th. Better than 3 months ago. Open charges, excuse me, and then charges from June the 4th. Domestic violence, disorderly conduct, domestic violence assault, and domestic violence criminal damage. Your next court date is going to be October the 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon. Bond is $2,499. You're to commit no act of domestic violence. You're not to make contact with Ms. Qualls. You're not to go near her residence. Do you understand that? Please do not discuss the matter with anyone except your attorney. Thank you, Mr. Simmons.
So I'm going to jail.
Yes,
Chair.
unless you
Yeah.
unless you post the bond. That's correct.
How much is it?
$2,499.
And when is my next court? When is my next court date?
October the 15th,
Don't get paperwork.
a week from today. Being on good faith, if you are.
Sherry question, ma'am.
Citation.
Yes.
Possession of paraphernalia and also violation of a court order. I'm looking something up that'll take me just a moment. Given that it appears that you're on probation for similar charges, that you've previously been told not to return, and hold you on a $250 bond, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you on these charges. No alcohol or drugs, you're not to return within 3 blocks of Castro and Alturas. You're still in custody. You'll be seen on October the 17th, unless your attorney requests that date be moved. at about 1:45 or later in the afternoon. If you post the bond, your court date is November the 10th at 9 o'clock in the morning in the Tucson City Court. Thank you, Ms. Clayton.
Hello, Your Honor.
So, right, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Antonio Moreno Gutierrez.
Mr. Moreno Gutierrez.
Yeah.
I have quite a number of things here for you. I have charges that go back to August of 2018 for domestic violence, criminal damage, and failures to appear. Additional charges for domestic violence violation of a court order, possession of paraphernalia, August 16th, 26th of 2018, failures to appear.
Your Honor, where did those come from, or what is that?
I'm giving you the information that I have right now. Charges from September 16th, 2018 for theft, shoplifting, along with failures to appear. Charges for criminal trespass and disorderly conduct on September the 18th of 2018, failing to appear. Criminal trespass, September 18th of 2018, failures to appear. Criminal trespass, September 19th of 2018, failures to appear. Violation of a court order, domestic violence, criminal damage, September 19th of 2018, failures to appear. Disorderly conduct, threats and intimidation, domestic violence, June 10th of 2021, failures to appear. Criminal trespass, September 18th of 2018, failures to appear. Will once again appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on these charges. Hold you on a $500 bond. You're not to have contact with any of the victims committing acts of domestic violence. Return to the incident locations. Comply with your treatment. Your next court date on these matters is October the 16th at 1:45. You do have holds on some Superior Court matters as well. All right, thank you. Almost as big as. Yeah. Good evening, I'm Judge Fayette, and you are,
Buchanan.
and counsel, do we have multiple defendants in the courtroom or just Ms. Buchanan at this time?
We have others in line. That's what the court said.
So we have several of the defendants charged with felonies in the courtroom at this time.
Yes.
This is addressed to everyone who is there in the courtroom. Good evening, I'm Judge Fayette. This is the time set for initial appearances. That's the time for you to be formally advised of the charges against you. For me to set conditions of release in your next court date is not the time to talk about facts of cases or ask that charges be dismissed. Conditions of release will always include that you violate no laws, that you remain within the state of Arizona unless you receive permission of the court to leave the state, that you appear at all court dates. Except in unusual circumstances, you will also be appointed counsel today. In fact, I don't see anybody that will not be on these matters. I strongly suggest that other than in the course of any sort of evaluation or treatment, you not discuss these matters with anyone except your attorney. All right, Ms. Buchanan, I have an interim complaint here charging you with possession of narcotic paraphernalia, possession of dangerous drug, possession of narcotic drugs. We will appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. I'm a little concerned that I have 7 files here out of Tucson City Court. All but one of them have warrants. And it doesn't appear that you have been appearing in court. What can I do to get you to show up in court?
I'm gonna go stay with my aunt because I don't have. I'm homeless right now, but I'm gonna go stay with my aunt. So she'll let me stay. That way I could have a place to stay and play a phone. And I didn't. My backpack was stolen last time. I didn't know I was supposed to call. Everything got taken.
All right, did either council wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing from the state, Judge.
I believe that the state's recommendation is release the pretrial and set for a steps hearing, so we would concur with that, and if the court does set a steps hearing, we'll waive time for the preliminary date.
All right. I'm going to give you another chance on all of these, but you need to make your court dates. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes.
You're going to get a couple different court dates. On this matter, your next court date is October the 15th. That's next Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. in Pima County Superior Court. That's what we call a steps hearing, if you want to do that. That's basically a program of evaluation and treatment, substance abuse treatment, that should help get you back on a better path, perhaps. And if you successfully complete it, the charges that from today would be dismissed before they're formally charged. Did you want to do that? All right. The preliminary hearing date then will be November the 24th at 1:30. No alcohol or illegal drugs. You need to comply with pretrial services. You need to comply with steps, as well as substance abuse assessment and treatment. And I have quite a stack of here, told out of Tucson City Court. And I have charges from 2 days ago. Possession of prescription-only drugs, possession of paraphernalia, alleged occurred at 3200 North First. I have charges from August the 7th of last year. Possession of paraphernalia, failing to appear in court. That's alleged occurred at 3128 North First. Charges for criminal trespass, possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription-only drug on August the 18th of last year. 3655 North Oracle, along with failures to appear. Criminal trespass, April the 11th of this year, 3204 North First, failing to appear in court. Jaywalking, possession of paraphernalia, possession of prescription-only drugs on May 20th of this year, 400 block of West Thurber, and failing to appear in court. Criminal trespass and possession of paraphernalia on May the 16th of this year, the vicinity of Oracle and Navajo. And criminal trespass at 3175 North First on May 28th, failing to appear in court. Your next court date on these matters is going to be the 5th of November at 9 o'clock in the morning in the Tucson City Court. Do you understand that you need to appear this time?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You don't go back to any of those incident locations. You need to comply with steps, substance abuse assessment and treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs.
Uh,
Right, now remember, your attorney does not represent you on these charges. If your attorney says you don't need to come to court, you still need to be in Tucson City Court on November the 5th. Do you understand that?
yeah.
All right. Thank you. What's that first Canadian PD in China? You want to hold on to it or? Nah. Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you, sir, are
Easy, sir.
Elijah Camacho.
Mr. Camacho. I have an inter complaint charging you with discharging a firearm, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and at either counsel wish to be heard on conditions.
Nothing further to add from the state, Judge.
Yes, Judge. Just real quick, Mr. Camacho is only 19 years old. His pretrial services offender level is only a level 1, 2 on the NCA scale, 1 on the FDA scale. He has no priors, no felony or misdemeanor priors, or no juvenile record either. He has family support. He has the full support of his mom, whom he lives with, who will also is willing to provide housing and transportation. He's a lifelong resident of Tucson, so he's not a flight risk. I see that the state's recommendation is $75,000. We asked the court to set a bond of no more than $25,000.
Preliminary date is going to be October the 20th at 1:30. Bond will be $35,000. Post the bond, you'll be distributed our pretrial services. No alcohol, illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons. If you have any other weapons, they need to be surrendered to Tucson Police Department upon your release. No contact with the alleged victims or co-defendant except through legal counsel. You're not to return to the incident location except with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. There is to be no firearms in your residence or vehicles. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Camacho.
It's
Jason?
watch it.
Good evening, I'm Judge Payton. You, sir, are
Jason Michael Cohen, ma'am.
Mr. Cohen. Enter complaint charging to possession of narcotic drugs, possession of paraphernalia. Will appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges, and did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing further, Judge.
No, Judge, and we'll waive preliminary hearing time for the steps hearing.
What your attorney is talking about there, sir, is that you may be eligible to participate in a program called STEPS. It's basically a pre-indictment diversion program. We
Okay.
participate in a course of treatment designed to meet your needs. If you successfully complete it, then the charges are dismissed without ever being formally charged.
That's fine with me, ma'am. I want to go to a rehabilitation anyways. I want to go through that anyways.
All right. So your next court date will be next Wednesday at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's October
Okay.
14th, Pima County Superior Court. It's important that you attend that you comply with pretrial services, including behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment, no alcohol or illegal drugs. Preliminary hearing date right now is set for November 24th at 1:30. Now, in addition to that, I have several misdemeanor files here for you. It doesn't appear that you've been very good about showing up in court. I have charges for possession of paraphernalia from January the 31st of this year, failing to appear in court. Charges for criminal trespass, criminal damage. Looks like about April the 22nd of this year, failing to appear in court. And charges for criminal damage on September the 13th, or excuse me, on September the 8th. Also at 2540 North Balboa. Are you still residing there?
My mother's stuff was over there, and I've got no reason to lie to you. I'm not over there anymore. I guess all I have is some clothes with a friend over there, and that's the reason why I was over there. I was just waiting for him to get home.
All right, you don't really want to talk about it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, your next court date on these is going to be November the 12th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the Tucson City Court. No alcohol or illegal drugs. Behavioral health assessment and treatment, comply with steps. You don't go back to 2540 North Balboa except once with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Be sure you make it to court this time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
for the steps. And that's your nature investigator, city name. Okay, all right, good.
Thank you.
Lopez?
Good evening. I'm Judge Tate, and you, sir, are
Flores Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
This move.
I have interim complaints charging you with possession, administration, use, acquisition, sale, manufacture, transportation of narcotic drugs, possession, manufacture, delivery, or advertisement of paraphernalia. These are alleged to occurred on the 29th of June. Another set of charges for possession of narcotic drugs earlier today. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Nothing to add from the state. Yes, Judge, just real quick. To clarify, according to both interim complaints, it should just be, well, the possession charge should just be for possession under 3408A1. I know the
Yeah.
interim complaint says the whole thing. I just wanted to point that out. That's why. And I see that the state recommends a $500 bond on each cause number. I would ask for pretrial services release. Mr. Lopez is only level 2 offender. He has no.
He's level 4.
Oh, sorry. I must have read it before the update. Regardless, he has no. This isn't a violent offense. He has no prior violent convictions. He's been in the community for several years, I believe, around 17 years. And according to the state's recommendation, from what it looks like to me, that they're recommending steps, or at least indicating that he's steps eligible. So if the court does set a steps hearing, we ask that Mr. Lopez be released to pretrial services so then he can appear at his steps hearing on his own.
Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
It appears that Mr. Lopez has been off probation for about a year. He also has a matter pending out of Dade County, Florida. and a pretty extensive history. Steps hearing will be October 15th at 9 a.m. Bond will be $1,000. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs. No returning to the incident of the vicinity of First and Fort Lowell. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the supervision of pretrial services if you're out of custody. Comply with steps. Right now, preliminary hearing date was set for October the 20th at 1:30. Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
So. Jimmy. Jimmy. Jimmy.
Good evening. I'm Judge Payne, and you are
Raimondo, Jimmy.
Mr. Jimmy. I have a warrant here out of Pima County Superior Court charging you third-degree burglary alleged to have occurred on the 5th of June of this year. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date for October the 15th at 1:30. And did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing from the state, Judge. Yes, Judge, real quick. So for Mr. Jimmy, this is not a violent offense. Need to double check this time, make sure I have the score right. Yeah, Mr. Jimmy is only a level 2 offender, 3 on the NTA scale, 4 on the FTA scale. I see that the state's recommendation is $1,500 per warrant. I'd like to add that according to the pretrial services report, the warrant out of Williams Justice Court is only for $500. So we asked the court set a bond.
We're not seeing him on the Williams matter. Well, no, we're just seeing him on the Superior Court failure to appear.
Okay. And I'd also like to add that Mr. Jimmy had mentioned that he didn't know about the court date. And when he found out about the warrant, he couldn't figure out how to quash it. So we asked the court to release Mr. Jimmy to pretrial services, or in the alternative, set a bond of no more than $500.
Mr. Jimmy was previously released to pretrial services and did not contact them. Bond is $1,000. If the bond is posted, then you'll be under the supervision of pretrial services. No alcohol, no contact with the alleged victims, no returning to the victim's residence or workplace. Thank you, Mr. Jimmy.
That's your, that's your, we call that. Right? Jimmy. I never see it like. Jimmy.
Hello, Judge.
Good evening. I'm Judge Shade, and you are
My name is Frank Ojeda Jr.
Mr. Ojeda, I have interim complaint here charging you with aggravated domestic violence alleged to occurred on or about September the 28th. And aggravated domestic violence alleged to have occurred earlier today. It's my understanding the victim is present on the line and wishes to be heard on conditions of release. Not on the facts of the case, but just on conditions of release. Ms. Kendall, did you wish to be heard on those?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go right ahead. Just on conditions of
I'm full for leave. And what was the other the two domestic violence charges? What is that? The first one, the 28th one.
September the 28th. Indicates that he broke into the residence, holes in closet doors, broken AC unit.
Your Honor, that was both our residents.
And then today, you know, the allegations are aggression towards you.
Okay.
So you want to be heard on conditions of release, not on facts of the cases.
Yes, Your Honor.
Go right ahead.
What would release the conditions look like?
Well, it's a question of whether or not you think he should be held in custody, should have contact with you, return to your residence. I'm very, very concerned about these charges.
He is the baby's father, of my baby. So that's partial concern is needing him to be involved for that.
All right. Thank you. Did either counsel wish to be heard further on conditions?
Nothing to add to the written recommendation, Judge.
Yes, Judge. Given the alleged victim's views, we asked Mr. Ojeda's release to pretrial services, or in the alternative, if the court does want to impose bond, we ask the bond be no more than $10,000.
I will also note that he is on felony probation right now. And as a petition to APO has placed a hold. Preliminary hearing date is going to be October the 20th at 1:30. I will note that the victim is present and wants contact. However, given the history, I'm going to order no contact, no return to the victim's residence or workplace except with law enforcement. Retain your personal belongings. No alcohol, illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no acts of domestic violence. There has to be no alcohol in your residence. You're not going to aware that alcohol is served or consumed. Bond is $25,000. If you post that, you'll be under the supervision of pretrial services. Preliminary hearing date is October the 20th at 1:30 in the afternoon. But as I've indicated, adult probation is also placed a hold. So even posting a bond at this point will not release you. I then have charges out of Tucson City Court. I have charges from February 21st of this year. Cruelty to animals, neglect, along with failures to appear, and charges from October 7th of last year for disorderly conduct. 6452 East Carondelet, and failing to appear. Actually, that appears to be a petition to revoke probation. Yeah. That's an order to show cause. If you didn't provide proof of alcohol counseling that you were ordered to do as part of your sentence. Fingerprinting or anger management that was due by July the 7th. Your next court date on these is going to be on December the 12th at 9 o'clock in the morning. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You will be released on these charges. You're still in custody on December the 12th. Then your attorney will address the matter with the court. If you're out of custody, you need to appear. Do you understand that? Again, no alcohol or illegal drugs. You don't go back to 6452 East Carondelet, and you don't have any domestic animals. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. And is there any way I can get rights of contact to my girlfriend later or something if she requests it?
That'll
And because we are a big family and we love each other very.
Well, your behavior doesn't seem to indicate that, but that's just what I'm seeing from these matters. And that'll be up to a subsequent judge. My orders can be changed by another judge.
Yes, ma'am. I do want to obey everything you say and my girlfriend says to me.
Okay, thank you.
So you're very welcome, ma'am. And sorry for this. I'll behave.
Good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Samara Mo.
Mr. Ramon, enter complaint charging with unlawful discharge of firearm, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, being possessor in possession of a firearm. We'll appoint the legal defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set a preliminary hearing date for October the 20th at 1:30, and did either counsel wish to be heard further? State's requesting a no bond hold.
That's correct, Judge. Nothing to add.
Nothing to add, Judge.
No bond hearing of October the 13th at 2:30. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons. There's been firearms in your residence or vehicles. You're not to have contact with the alleged victims, your co-defendant, except through legal counsel. You're not to go back to the incident location, the entire complex, except with law enforcement, to get your personal belongings. Thank you, Mr. Ramon.
Thank you.
You also-
Good week.
You also have a federal hold, so
I got you.
That change much with your actually like this.
good evening, I'm Judge Shade, and you are?
Luis Villegas.
Mr. Villegas. I have a warrant here charging you with domestic violence, aggravated harassment, and aggravated domestic violence, alleged to occur on or about the 18th of March of this year. We'll appoint public defender's office to represent you on these charges. Set an arraignment date for October the 15th at 1:30 in the afternoon. And did either counsel wish to be heard on conditions?
Nothing to add, Judge.
Yes, Judge. So seems that the state's recommendation is 25,000. I'd like to note that the warrant amount is 5,000. So we asked the court if the court does feel that a warrant is appropriate. 5,000. So we asked the court if the court does feel that a warrant is appropriate, or I'm sorry, a bond is appropriate, to honor the warrant amount and set it for 5,000.
I also note that he does have an adult probation hold. On a domestic violence charge. All right. I'm going to set the bond at $25,000, given the nature of the charges and the history. Pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. No alcohol or illegal drugs, no firearms or weapons, no acts of domestic violence. No contact with alleged victim, no returning to the victim's residence or workplace. Behavioral health and substance abuse assessment and treatment is available in custody or under the direction of pretrial services if you are out of custody. Thank you, Mr. Villegas.
Thank you.
And Jeff, just real quick, what was the arraignment date so I can write down the 15th? Okay, thank you.
Can I have a seat?